All right, all right. We are here again, Giselle. Another session of fitness and social media. That's what I'm calling this. Fitness and social media. Just pretty much wanting to give perspectives on how you specifically, and of course I'll share mine as well, but how we handle or have handled, I guess, like the intimidation that comes with posting on social media and
Hmm.
sharing our content. You know what I'm saying? Like having that boldness to start your fitness journey, but not only start it, but to share it and showcase it with the world. You know what I'm saying? So I want to really get and dive into that whole perspective so that we can help other people who may be struggling with it as well. There's some people who are not posting. There's some people who are not, um, who are not pretty much having the audacity or the boldness to post. And I come across a lot of people like that. I'm not sure if
Hmm.
you do, but there's a lot of people that hit me up and they're just like, I can't, I don't want to do this, or I hate the way I look, I hate the way I sound. There's
Hmm.
some people that won't even talk. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? So with that said, let's go straight into it. And my first question for you is, let me pull this thing up. She just wrote it down. Okay, I actually put it up here. Okay. So for you, Giselle, when did you start posting your fitness journey on social media, and what made you decide to take that leap? Like, I guess if it was a year or so ago, and why did you decide to post it on TikTok or Instagram?
So I remember starting to post in February of this year.
Of
Yeah,
this
like
year?
yeah, that's when
What?
I started posting.
Hold on. You
Yeah,
just you just started posting like social media content?
yeah, this year. Yeah, February. Yeah, like around February, I think. That's when I started.
What the heck, man? You blew up
Yeah.
super fast. What the heck? Like, what happened? Okay, keep going.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I started at that time, and then you said, what was the other part? You said what made me do it? What
Yeah,
made
what,
me
what made you? Yeah,
well, again, like, I mean, we've talked about this, but like just having the passion
yeah.
to help people
Mhm.
and share that with the world and share the knowledge that I have
Mm.
from school, from like certification, and from just my own experience with
Yeah.
exercise and my own obstacles and
Mhm.
my highs and my lows through my fitness journey. Like just
Yeah.
sharing that with people, I think it's important because obviously, like a lot of people struggle with fitness. A lot
Absolutely.
of people struggle with their fitness journey. A lot of people for many different reasons.
Yeah.
So it's just to kind of like help inspire them. And yeah, that's pretty much where it came from.
Now, again, this sounds amazing, and then what you're saying sounds amazing. I know it to be true because, like you said, we talked about it. But I know you had to be at least a little bit scared. Like, were you scared at all?
Yeah, I
Okay, all
was.
right, cool, good, good. I was like, so you were scared. So why were you scared? What made you nervous to press that post button?
Because like you have people that you've known from like
Oh
high
yeah.
school or
Hmm.
like middle school, like
Hmm.
it's just like you're just putting yourself out there, in a different way. It's different than a selfie. It's like a normal selfie or like a normal like post of you like dressed up or something. Like it's just different, you
Yeah.
know? So that's why I was a little nervous and hesitant about it.
Hmm.
But I feel like I just came to the conclusion like one, everyone's on social media now, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do it. Like that's the way to grow. That's the way to kind of get your name out
Oh
there
yeah.
and stuff. So
Hmm.
that's one. And then so I couldn't escape it. And then
Hmm.
two, like just not care what people think.
Yeah.
You just have to be confident in yourself,
Mm.
which is very it's easier said
Easy
than
said
done,
and done.
of course. It's of course it
Yeah.
is,
Hmm.
but like I just have a motto,
Hmm.
and my motto, and this is with anything, but like especially with this, it's like, well, who's gonna tell me something to my face? Because you're probably gonna comment or sure,
True.
but are you gonna say it to my face though? Probably not.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Hey, there's I just said there she is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love that. Like, okay, so pretty much again, you were afraid, and I actually didn't know that. I thought that you like had this confidence because remember, we know about your past and the experiences and
Mhm.
stuff you had. So I was like, maybe from all that, she just was not afraid, but you were still afraid.
yeah, I was still a little like, like I was a little
Mm,
hesitant, but again, I just knew I had to do it, like one
mm.
way or another. I just knew,
And you
but
said something.
now I'm fine.
Now you're fine. Yeah. Now, do you still deal with that fear when you make posts? Is it still kind of like, ah,
Not really. No,
mm,
because it's like, you know what? People are gonna not like you for the dumbest reasons.
yeah, yeah,
Not
mhm,
everyone's gonna like you. Some people are not gonna like you for no reason.
for no
Like, they're
reason.
just gonna be like, oh, I don't know, like her vibe or like whatever. Like, it could be the dumbest thing.
Hmm.
So, like, why am I gonna stress over something that I can't control?
Mm,
So, I've learned that throughout these couple years, like graduating or just being in school, ever since like turning 18, basically. Like, I
mm,
just learned, like, don't stress over things you can't control.
mm.
So, yeah.
It's I gotta say this. I got so many other questions, but I gotta say this right quick about you, Giselle. And that is like ever since the first interview, you've grown like every time I've gotten on Zoom with you. Like I'm for real. You laughing, but like I'm for real. Like the way the it's your mentality, your character, and just even physically, your physique and everything, all of that, but just seeing your core being and how you're growing mentally, your mentality is just
Mhm.
really grown. Like it was like, and it hasn't been that long, like I only interviewed you for the first time like a few months ago, like
Mhm. Yeah.
but you're growing so fast with every single time I interview you. I can hear a difference. I can hear a different perspective. I hear more
Yeah.
patience. I hear more discipline,
Mhm.
self-control. I hear those things in what you're saying, and I
Mhm.
love it. And humility too. And I
Thank you.
absolutely. And then and again, I'm sorry, but I have to just say these things because like I told you, I get a high off analyzing people. So I analyze you. I
Mhm.
analyze your posts. I analyze your comments when you leave comments. I analyze everything, and I watch what you do, even your support, your love. Even with me, you show such support with just commenting or acknowledging or liking, but it's not just me. I see and I look at your comments. I'm like, man, she's talking. She's not just getting comments. She's responding. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't
yeah,
like to leave people hanging like that.
yeah. And that's very important. That's very important, Giselle, and that's very meaningful because I heard one entrepreneur say that when a person comments underneath your content, that's pretty much like your content is you giving a presentation in class. And then the comment is people walking up to you after the presentation and being like, hey, so how did this, or how did you do this? And if you don't comment, he said, that's like you just walking out the door, like going, okay.
Yeah, basically,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it is. It's like, and then if you don't comment, then they're not gonna trust you.
Mm.
Like, when you comment back, you're enhancing their trust in you. So, like, let's say if someone asks me, like, if I post a video of RDLs, and someone's like, oh, like, well, I don't know, I'm just trying to think of something. But like, if they just ask a question, and
Mm-hmm.
if I comment, then they're like, oh, like, okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. And then they follow. And I've seen it too. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
I ask a question, they'll
Yep.
follow me afterwards.
I've seen it too. I've seen it
Yeah,
too. I've
yeah,
seen it.
because that's the real test.
That's the real
That's when they
test.
really test you.
Yes.
If
Yes.
you answer their question,
Yep.
then that's when they follow you. Yeah.
Hey,
So, yeah.
Andy ain't here today, but Giselle, like I'm telling you, that right there. I think what you just said is key to growing your following, growing your following in the people and your engagement. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
even more important than the views to me is the engagement.
It's the engagement.
It's the engagement. I don't care how 16,000 views on a post, but nobody's talking. Like you
It's just
know,
weird. Like,
it's just weird.
it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's just something weird about it. Like, I can't really explain it?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
this.
like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, sorry, I was
No,
but I was
good.
just gonna say, like, when people comment and if they ask a follow-up question or
Mm-hmm.
multiple follow-up questions, it's like at the end of the day, like, we're all human. We
Yeah.
all have questions. We all
Mm-hmm.
are like, well, why? Oh, but where? Oh, but how? Oh, but this. Oh, but that. Like, you're just gonna
Yep.
leave them hanging. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just don't really get. And another thing too, I don't like when people do it to me, so that's why I don't do it to people.
Yep. True.
Yeah, because then I get irritated when that happens to me.
Yes. Yes. So you're
I
putting
get like,
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do the opposite because I don't like it when it's done to me. So why am I gonna do that to someone else?
Hmm. Hmm. You
Yeah.
put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, I love that. I love that. The fact that you even take that into consideration. There's so many people who get, they may, and there's a lot of people who follow people for the wrong reasons. Going back to what we mentioned last time, people follow you and then they unfollow you after they follow. And it's like just to look like they. That is just this is weird. Look,
The dumbest thing ever.
can you imagine that them waiting there and it's just like, okay, they follow me. Here we go. Like, can you just like, it's like, are you really doing like that? Is just creepy. It's like you really waited for me to follow you, and then after that you went, and it's like, okay, now, oh, I'm good. Like, look at me.
And those are the ones that watch you the most.
Ooh,
Telling you, bro. Telling you.
ooh, that is so true, and it's scary, but true.
Yeah, it is because you're like, I'm like, okay, can you be careful? Like, maybe not my location right now because I don't know.
Right, posting your location and stuff. They be just because they, like you say, people like that are just obsessed over the physical. They're they're eye pleasers. They want to look pleasing to everyone else, and things
Yeah.
of that nature. It's just weird. But I love that about you, and I love that quality about you, and I think that it has grown. It has grown. Not just talking about for me. Like I said, you can you can comment on my stuff or not. It doesn't matter because we have a relationship. Like, if you don't join on here, it's cool. Like, I know Giselle. We're cool either way.
Hmm.
But I look at other people and I look at how you engage with other people, and I truly admire that. And I also wanted to go back to what you said. This was something you said when you just answered this question as well, and that was, I had no choice. You said at some point you were like, you knew that you had to do it because this is the way that it's going. Social media.
Hmm.
It.
Hmm.
I'm sure that there's people that are going to hear this and they're like, are you serious? Like, is she for real? Like, I hope not, because I don't want to show my face. So I hope not, because I don't want to, So I'm sure there's people that are going to dread hearing what you just said. But are you saying, just to clarify, are you saying that eventually everybody is gonna pretty much have to have social media and maybe even perhaps show their face and get out there just like you did? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I feel you have to. Like,
Mm,
how are you gonna get people to trust you when they don't know what you look like? How are you
true.
gonna get people to trust you if they don't hear your voice? Because like
Mm,
even with tone, you hear genuine. You
mm,
hear like how you said like about me. Like
yep.
you can hear those things or get that from someone even in their voice.
Yep.
You can tell when
Hmm.
someone's hurting in their voice. You can
Absolutely.
tell when someone's happy in their voice. You can
Absolutely.
tell. So those things matter. They really
Mm,
matter, and you just have to take that leap and just do it. But
mm,
like I say, for people who are still scared, I mean, that just sounds like a deeper problem to me. Like
mm.
you have to heal from certain things. Like yeah, that just sounds like it's something deeper. Like you have to,
Mm,
handle that and
yeah,
manage that so
yeah.
that you're able to be successful with posting. Because if you have that type of mindset already and you haven't even started yet, it's only gonna get harder the more
Harder.
you post and
Mm,
post and post. And the
mm,
more that people see you and the more eyes on you, it's gonna
mm.
get harder. It's
Yeah.
not gonna get easier.
Mm,
Like it's gonna get harder. So you have to really you have to be strong. Like you
mm.
you have to be, I
Yeah,
feel. I mean,
yeah.
not saying like, or I guess I'm saying like, how do I say it? Like you don't have to suppress your emotions or anything. That's not what I'm saying because
Right,
that's not healthy. I'm just
right.
saying handle it. Like know how
Mm-hmm.
to manage it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I love that. I'm glad you gave that warning because you're right. Once you get in here and start posting, it's not like it's going to get easier. It gets
Oh,
harder.
no, it's not. People are gonna
Yeah.
question you all the time. You're gonna get questioned all the time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like that's just how it is. It's just hard to explain. It's just like that. Yeah.
Somebody hit me up about your content. Like, and
Really?
again, yeah. Like,
Or was it not positive? Or was it a negative way? What was it?
no, it was about something like,
You could be honest. Like, just be honest. Like, I don't care. Like,
no, 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 no. I'm trying to remember what they said. I remember it was about one of your videos with RDLs. I do remember that.
Oh,
Yeah, it was something about that, and somebody had said something about like, oh, I. But again, for me, I was more so just like, oh man, like you should have probably just left that on her video. Like I was like, why'd you DM me? Kind of like why'd you DM me? I was kind of confused.
oh, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was confused like why they hit me up. But I guess it was because it was my post. It was a snippet. I think it was a snippet of an interview we did, and
Uh-huh.
they heard you saying something, and I think you mentioned your video, your RDL video, and I think you were talking about how you get negative comments.
Oh,
That's what that
oh,
was. Yeah, we were talking about that, and you were like, "Yeah, some guy underneath one of my videos, RDLs, or one of your videos, you said he left not right or something wrong or
it
something."
was
You
so
said,
stupid. Yeah.
"Yeah," and that was a snippet. I cut that out and I made a snippet, and then I think one of my followers hit me back up and was just like, yeah, I don't understand why he did that or something. But I mean, I did see her video, and I don't think that it's like this or something. But yeah, he should have left her alone because it wasn't that big of a deal, something like that. But they hit me up still about you a little bit. But I was just, where was I going with this? Yeah, I forgot where this is going. But going back to the reason I brought this up. Oh yeah. People will criticize your content. Yeah, they'll criticize your content, even if it's not even underneath your comment, but it's in someone else's DMs. They may be talking about you, chit chatting about you, and your content. Oh, I don't like the way this person does this, or I don't like. I've had multiple people do that. Well, multiple people that I post because I post to multiple people. They're like, yeah, I don't like this dude. I had one person tell me, yeah, I don't like his content. I don't know why you post him. He doesn't seem genuine. Like, I've had all that, and then I just reply back with, well, I'm here to just share a story. I let people talk to me and share their story, and I'm not really trying to take sides, but I want to support. Like that's how I
Yeah.
respond back. But
Mm-hmm.
again, people talk and they will talk and they will try
Yeah.
to say something. Yeah. So you're right. Going back to what you said, if you don't handle that initially, it doesn't get any easier. It just gets harder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But not to start any beef. I don't want to start any beef with you.
No, no, you're good.
Nah. Look, once I get out, just gonna hit me in the DMs. Like, who was it? See me. Send me his name.
Oh, so it's a he. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I'm catching the hints. I know. You just got.
I hope he don't see this because if he sees this, he's gonna be like, "Man, why did you say that?"
So he's
But
in the group because he's gonna see it. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. He's in the group, huh? I'm just playing with you right now.
don't do that. Don't do that. Because nah, I'll tell you right now, he's not in the group. He's not in the group.
Okay.
He's,
No,
he's
I'm
not,
chilling. I'm chilling.
He's
I'm
not in the group.
fine.
He's
I
not in
swear.
the group. He's not in the group.
Okay, but I'm fine. It's okay. Even if he did say something negative, I truly don't care. Like,
I
not
know.
disrespect.
I
Like,
know.
I'm just saying, like,
I
I don't
know.
care what people say.
I know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like,
I know. I feel it, and that's what I
yeah.
love about you. I love it because again, we both are content creators. We understand it. It comes with the territory, but um, yeah. Again, just going back to that whole principle, and I love again that you emphasize that. I also wanted to ask you this question:
Hmm.
do you feel as if posting on social media has made you more accountable?
What do you mean more accountable? Like,
I guess like more accountable in the sense of like making sure that you are practicing what you preach, and also making sure that you know what you're, or at least trying to understand what you're. Sorry, at least trying to understand what it is that you're teaching. You know what I'm saying? So in some sense, checking and making sure that you're fact checking what you're saying and not just giving people crap, and then also that you keep the par. Do you feel like it has helped in those instances?
for sure, yeah. I think you
Cool.
definitely like once you start putting out certain type of content where like you're talking about form and you're talking about
Mm.
science and all these things, because exercise is science, you know?
Yep.
So that's what my content pretty much revolves around. So like, oh yeah, I definitely do have to like pretty much know what I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely for sure. But even then, I think, I think the tough part about social media though is
Mm-hmm.
like the one moment you are
You are
wrong
wrong.
or
Yeah.
the one mistake that you do
Talk
make,
about it. Yep.
people will literally try to cancel you over it. But it's like, dude, relax. Okay,
I'm
like,
growing. I'm
Like,
growing. Yeah.
well, not only, yeah, that, but it's just like, dude, like, okay, like, I didn't mention that part, but like, yeah, I agree what you're saying. Like, yeah, like, so I think people do need to have grace,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
they don't. So
Mm-hmm.
the moment you mess up, it's like, oh, okay, it's a wrap, like, blah, and it's like, okay, well, damn, like, hold
Yeah,
on,
right.
like, okay, hold on, like, you need to like finish. No, I was kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely does help me kind of like do my research a little bit. I mean, I think as a I think as a trainer you should always do your research though, because things always change. Um,
Absolutely.
but and then also you said hold myself accountable, practice what I preach.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but even then, that's not that hard for me. I feel like I was already kind of like implementing that naturally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like like basically whenever I post about something. Like, for example, not that long ago, I posted on my Instagram story talking about discipline and motivation and
Mm-hmm.
how, discipline is required. Like, you need discipline in order to have successful fitness journey.
Mm-hmm.
Motivation is not going to help you. All that good stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was explaining that, and I would never talk about that if I wasn't disciplined. Like, I
Mm.
know I have mastered, and it's not to be cocky, it's
Yeah,
just true.
it's
Like,
true.
I know I've mastered discipline,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm 100% okay with telling people when they don't have discipline or when they,
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with it, whether they want to hear it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, like, I definitely would say I practice what I preach. Like, I'm not going to
Mm.
say something and then not do it.
Exactly.
Like, I know I do it.
Exactly. And you showcase it with your content. I feel like with your content, I in all honesty, and I actually love the way you do this, and I actually encourage you to keep doing it. But you kind of show multiple aspects of your life. It isn't just Giselle the trainer. I'm about to call you out here. It's Giselle and the wings and fries in the bowling alley. Yes, sir. I saw your post.
From one, by the way. One, yeah. And
You
I
are.
ate them wings up too. Oh,
Hey,
those wings were good. Those wings were really good,
I
actually.
saw that.
They were they
Yeah.
were very saucy. I'm going there
Oh,
again for sure.
what? And this is in LA.
Oh no, it's like nearby where I live. It's like 20 minutes where I live, so yeah.
What's the name of the place? Because they may have one
It's
here.
called Oh yeah, well it's called Round One. It's
Uh,
like they have bowling, they have karaoke, they have bowling, karaoke, arcade,
oh wow.
all of that. Yeah. So yeah, we were actually trying to go karaoke, but it was full, so we just ended up bowling and had wings, and then we played in the arcade for a bit. But
Yeah,
yeah.
them doggone wings. I don't know if you saw my DM. I had messaged you on your story. I was like, man, what the?
Yeah, yeah.
But I told you I was gonna call you out. I was like, oh, I'm telling. Like I was like, but this leads me to my next question.
Mhm.
And that's why I actually, again, love your content. And it goes back to what I was just saying now. I love that you show us not just Giselle, the trainer. It's Giselle and having fun. It's the Giselle and I guess you can call them cheat meals, but it's really not even just cheat meals. It's just food. Like food isn't really bad. It's just moderation. And
Yeah.
you don't always post wings and fries. Like you're not always posting that. You're posting your meal prep. So you're posting sometimes your quesadillas that you make and stuff. And I've seen all that. So you give us multiple angles of your life, and that's what I
Yeah.
love. You know what I'm saying? But that goes into my next question, which is do you feel like you only post the good, or do you try to post both the good and bad of your of whatever it is you're posting so that people can see?
I think for the most part it's mainly good stuff.
Mm,
I mean bad stuff. I mean the only thing that I really shared that was bad
mm,
was like my anorexia, dealing with that.
mm,
That was like
mm,
the obstacle of my fitness journey. Or I think when I also did talk about that motivation discipline, I remember I said like that day I didn't feel like going to the gym and I almost skipped it.
mm.
So it's like
Okay.
little things like that, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put my whole business out
Yeah.
there
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's just no one's business. Like I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
gonna talk about certain things too much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
But
for the most part, it's good.
it's
I'm not
good.
gonna tell people the bad like all the
Right.
time.
Right. Well, would you say when I say bad too? And let me clarify that a little bit. I guess I also mean, do you also show people the failures? There you go. Like, do you show them the bad form days, or maybe you show them the, oh, I didn't stay within a certain calorie deficit. I don't know, or something like. would you say that you aim to also show those aspects of your content, or is it just like you say, like it's more so focusing on the good and you'll mention the bad but not necessarily show it?
Yeah, I don't really show that,
Mm,
but I mean, but that's not really like purposefully. Like
yeah.
sometimes, like I don't
Mm,
record every single workout that I do,
right.
so it might just happen to be on a day where I'm not recording, where like it
Hmm.
be like not the best or whatever.
Yeah.
But like that's not, I wasn't intentionally trying to not show it, sometimes.
Exactly.
So it's not really like that.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So uh-huh.
No, I get that. Yeah, exactly. And again, I think it's just all preference when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? You post what you want to post and when you want to post. But at the same time, it is just it's giving them what it is that you want to give them. And you have that right to privacy. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother thing.
Mhm.
And I actually am a bit curious about this with you as well. What do you follow in regards to your social media? Like, I know you're a trainer and things of that nature, but you also show other elements of your life. Do you think there's a limit to the level of privacy that you have, or do you think that all your followers have every right to, know who you're dating or know who you're, what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no.
So that's not a side you're not willing to really share that side of your life.
I mean, as of right now, I'm not dating one now.
Yeah.
If but like no, like if I were to start dating someone, I probably wouldn't post them right away.
Yeah.
But that's just like my
Your
preference.
preference. Hmm.
Like that's just my preference. But yeah, I mean, I do like to show like again, like you said, like little things. Like I post when I went bowling, or I
Yep.
post like, or if I go out and like I feel like I look good, or post my outfit or something, like
Hmm.
I'll
Yeah, I
post
see.
that. Yeah, like just things like that. I'll post because it's like again, I'm human.
You're
Like
human.
I feel like if I just act like trainer, 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 trainer
Exactly.
all the time,
Hmm.
like people are like, okay, like she's kind of robotic. Like, okay,
Hmm.
she's just like I don't know. I don't know how to
Hmm.
explain it, but that's just the best way I can explain it. But it's like,
Hmm.
no, like I want you to see my personality. Like,
Yeah, you're relatable.
yes,
Hmm.
there you go.
Hmm.
Relatable. Being relatable with people, I think is very important.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I would even say it probably has helped your clientele. That's probably why you keep coming in here every doggone week with a new client, because like you're relatable. You really are. Like all it takes is for somebody to talk to you in the DMs or on the phone or however maybe you do a consultation. But immediately you start to realize, wow, this person's down to earth. Then they're not just all about macros and micros and all these. They're just not talking about just all of that, but
Yeah,
they actually care about me.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I feel like I try to aim for. So that's why I do that.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, I have a right to like privacy with
Right.
things too.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I am grateful for like whoever follows me and whoever supports me, whoever supports me anyway, like I'm super grateful for it. I don't take that for granted, but it's also like, okay, just because you follow me though doesn't mean you get to know every part of my life either. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't ask
Mm-hmm.
you about every part of your life, so don't ask me. Like yeah, so I don't
Right.
know.
I love
But,
that. So you stand
yeah,
you stand your ground when it comes to your privacy. Like, yeah.
yeah. Oh,
I,
for sure.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. Because a lot of people feel like they have to cater to the followers. You know, if this gets a certain amount of likes or a certain amount of views, okay, I need to do more of this or this or that. But you're saying, yeah, there's a certain line you're not willing to cross.
Hmm.
And that is your privacy. I
Hmm.
love that. I love that.
Yeah.
When I guess, and I know we hit on this a little bit, but I just want to like maybe summarize this for whoever's listening, because I feel like the main reason I brought this subject up is because of this, and that is haters. Haters, 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 haters. You're gonna get them. Everybody gets them.
Hmm.
That's why I wanted to bring this whole subject up, is because there's so many people that are afraid and caring about what other people think. They're quote unquote haters. If you could give that person who's watching this right now, Giselle, who's like, man, I want to press that button, but my ex, he knows my profile now, or I had three best friends who all ganged up on me and now they kicked me out the group and I'm about to post my social media, my fitness social media. I don't want them talking about me and I'm trying to lose weight, or my family, they're going to see this and find this, or they may find this. what would you tell that person? Maybe 3 tips that you would give them to not worry about those people.
Of course, having confidence.
Mm.
Having confidence in yourself is very important. So that's why I said like earlier, like, you have to heal whatever it is that's
Mm-hmm.
preventing you from being confident. You got
Mm-hmm.
to heal that, don't
Mm-hmm.
wait till you're 60 to heal that. Like, you got to heal that now,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's becoming an issue if it's preventing you from doing something that you want to do. That's an issue. Like, at least to me, I consider that a problem. To the point where it's just preventing you from doing something that you truly want to do, something that's kind of aching at you that you want to do so bad, but that's stopping you. That's where it's a problem. It's a problem that has to be fixed, So I think having confidence is very important. I mean, like I said, it's like these people are not most likely not going to tell you to your face.
Yeah.
They're not going to tell you to your face. So I would say that, like, okay, well, they're not going to say it to your face, then keep posting. Sure, they might text it to you. Sure, they might message you. But if they don't say it to your face, then, okay, I mean, now if they do, they're pretty bold. I'll be like, okay, you're bold. Okay?
True.
But, like, even then, it's like, I don't know. It's just like, again, it just comes from not stressing over things you can't control. Stop stressing over things you can't control. If you're going to stress, at least stress over something you could control.
Facts.
If you are going to stress about something, you know what I mean?
Ooh, yeah.
I think that, and I think, you said 3, right? 3 tips on how
if you have 3, yeah, but it could be 2. Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of like another tip. I had one, but I kind of lost it right now. I'm sorry. I had one, but I kind of lost it. But, I mean, if I'm being honest, from like what I've seen so far with like when people, again, hate comments are very few.
Yeah. Yeah, you told me.
Most of them are positive. But if I ever do see something, most of the time, and I'm not trying to be funny, like I'm being dead serious, most of the time, you find out how dumb people are. No, I'm telling you, they are dumb. They are dumb, okay? And I'm like, it is ridiculous. Like, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Like, that it's ridiculous. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, like, trust me. Like, I know in the moment when you're, like, debating about it or when you have it and stuff, it's hard. But trust me, as you keep doing it and as you see how people are, you just realize, like,
idiots.
They are. They really are. And it's just like, and another little tip too is like, well, like, if you're gonna spend all your life like waiting for the perfect moment, there's no perfect moment. There's no perfect moment to start something.
Hit the soul.
No, that is a hard thing that I did have to learn too. But if you keep waiting for the perfect timing, you're gonna be waiting all your life, because then let's say you do, let's say you get a certification or something, but then you're like, oh, well, I still don't have this. Oh, well, I still don't have that. Then again, you're going to be 60 and you never did anything that you loved. You never did anything that you wanted to do. Why? Because you cared about what that person thought, because what that person thought. And most of the time you'd be, and honestly, that's another thing too. You'd be surprised who supports you. Like, you'd be surprised too. Like, you'd be surprised. They might actually be like, oh, like, good job. Like, yeah, like, I like what you're posting. You'd be surprised too. So there's that. But like, I mean, life's too short to be miserable. That actually, okay, that reminded me of what the other point I was going to say. That word miserable.
Yeah.
That word. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. So that's another thing. A lot of times, so that's kind of goes also with people being dumb. Like, they're projecting their insecurities on you most of the time. They're projecting things that they don't heal from here and here on you because they're mad that you have confidence, or they're mad that you're working out. They're mad because they're over here, they can never start their fitness journey. They're already 50. They're over here sitting on the couch and being mad that they're overweight, yet they don't take the time to work out for 20 minutes. So they're mad that you're doing it. don't let like it just
Yeah,
this is what I mean. Like people like no like people are not gonna might not like this, but like people
they
are
ain't gonna like it.
dumb.
They ain't gonna like
They're
it.
dumb
Yeah.
most of the time. Like a lot of people are dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So like I
Mm-hmm.
keep saying it because like it's just so true. Like they're so dumb a lot of times. And it's
Yeah.
like you're gonna let that mess with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like don't let it mess with you. People are
Mm.
gonna project all kinds of things onto you because they want to bring
Mm.
you down.
Mm.
When in reality they're just mad at themselves.
Mm. Yeah, this a snippet right here. Like, oh
Mhm.
yes, they gonna see this. They gonna see this. Like, you, man. Hey Andy, if when you see this, look, 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 look. You won here. You won here. So Giselle, the Holy Spirit got Giselle. She is like on a Sunday. She
Andy's
preaching.
rubbing off on me.
Hey, y'all done tag team. Maybe Andy wrote some notes and gave it to you or something. I don't know. But you talking like this is what you just said is you closed off with like a really powerful thing like that.
That was what I was forgetting. I had that in my head and I forgot. I'm glad I remembered it though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Misery loves company. That is so true. And they just want to bring you down. And they're not. It's almost like they obsess over bringing you into their misery. It's like you got to get in here. I can't see you leveling up. And whenever you do, and it's funny how whenever you're leveling up, you feel the pressure. You feel every time you're growing or you're getting better or you're doing something, you're moving, you're progressing, you feel more and more pressure. It's like the pressure gets hard. And it's just it's crazy. That actually keeps me going because I know I'm doing what's right when I feel more pressure. You know what I'm saying? I'm to
Okay. Yeah.
I'm to the point now to where if I don't feel pressure, I don't want to do it. Like I'm like nah, I can't feel there's no pressure. It's no pressure.
Hmm.
It's too I'm too comfortable. I'm too comfortable.
Yeah.
But when I'm growing, oh man, my mind is running. This happened to me today. I ain't even going to what, but something happened to me like just thoughts. You know, I'm a lot of times, Giselle, I'm actually in my mind a lot. Like I'm in my
Mhm.
mind and my thoughts a lot. And I had somebody point this out to me. I hate even talking about it because like she kind of said this, and they're like, there's a follower of mine, and she was like talking to me, and she was like, Trey, I noticed you like to ask a lot of questions, but she said when it comes to you, you actually don't want to answer a lot of questions. You don't like to be asked a lot of questions. And she was like, and I like I didn't want to, my ego started to pump up. I was like, what you talking about? Like, I was like, I like what you talking about? Like, I'm fine. What you talking? And she was like, because and she wants to interview me. So she was like, because when I asked to interview you, you wasn't happy. Like, you wasn't excited at all. You kind of shut down. And I was like, okay. My ego's like that. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll play along. And then she was like, well, I think too that could actually go into the fact that you actually like to be controlling. Like you may in some sense like to be in control. So she was like, in some sense, you deflect from yourself by asking questions. And I started to think, I was like, I'm like, hold on,
I'm not gonna lie. I've kind of noticed that too.
hold, no, don't do that. Hey, don't do that. No, hey, don't do that. We had an interview. This is over. Wait until I stop the record at least. Don't do that. Not right now. Not right now. Not right now. But that's all I'm saying about that. She said that, and she said that, and I was like, okay. So I've been thinking about that for a minute now, and I've been like pondering that for like days, and that's
Let
been
her interview you. I want to see it.
hey nah. Hey, look, I should have never said nothing.
No, no, you have to let her interview you, or I'll do
Hey.
it. I'll do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, Giselle, don't, hey, I'll block you. I'll block You're gonna be like, let's just talk it funny.
No user found.
No user found. The profile is gonna be a blank from it. It's gonna be a blank.
But okay, but you know what that reminds me of what she said? I don't know if you've ever heard this, but like a therapist, for example. I don't know if you ever heard this, but sometimes people say like someone who wants to become a therapist is actually trying to find out what's wrong with themselves. Have you heard that?
No, I have not. Okay.
But
Hey,
I've always thought about that, like about some
that's
therapists, like
deep. That's deep.
it's deep, but it's like it's kind of like reverse psychology in a way. It's like they think like they're trying to find out or trying to help other people with their traumas, but
Mhm.
in reality, they might be trying to find out what's wrong with them. Like there's something wrong with them that they're trying to figure out in
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah. Yeah, and don't be looking at me like that, but look, look, but but the thing is, I'm willing to accept it. I am I at the end of the day, the conversation ended with like me going like, okay, yeah, like
Yeah.
I actually hated her. Like after the conversation, I was kind of like, I was like, I gotta go. Like I was just like, it's just like it just ended. I was like, I gotta go. We were talking about, and that's kind of how it ended. I was like, like she was just laughing, like LOL, and I was just like, whatever, and stuff. But I like, and then I came back the next day. I was like, dang man, like, because then something ended up happening. Then it's so funny. Like it was like God wanted me to know that for the thing that was going to happen the next day, because something happened the next day that actually showed me that I was actually trying to
That proved her point.
that
That
proved
it
that
proved,
point.
yeah,
I
that's
was
how
like,
God works.
look, look. I'm fighting some too. Like for real, I got some. I do like I have things I have to like clear up, and there's things that I have in my past. There's things I've done, and like like those things can feed it. And I'm like, wow, like maybe I am, or maybe I do at times project or deflect from my
Hmm.
own self. And so
Yeah,
now lately I've been able to catch it, and I've been able to kind of go, oh wow, okay, I see that. Okay, I
yeah.
see. And it sucks. But at the same time, she said that one of the things she left me with was like, Trey, she said that Trey, it's good that you are humble to admit it and to realize this, because now you'll grow from here, because now you'll be able to realize it and recognize it. So
Mhm.
that's it. We done with this. No, but
Yeah. But
but
now the
yeah,
next step is to do it though.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. What you talking about? Do what? The
Take
interview?
that leap of faith.
What you about the interview?
Yeah.
Hey.
You gotta take that leap of faith. Follow your own series.
You know what? Don't you come over here with this. Look, I almost hung this call up. I'm like, my hand is right on the button. I'm like,
Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop.
no. You're good. You are good. You're good. You're actually right. I'm playing, but again, it's uncomfortable. Like when you face yourself, when you deflect, when you put the mirror and you look in the mirror, you actually can see. Wow. I look like that. Like dang, I was there. I had a pimple right here. I ain't even see this right. Like, I had
Yeah.
some in my teeth, and so that's what I'm starting to see. I'm starting to realize that, and when she told me that, and yeah, it's. I got a long way to go. I'm just gonna say that I got a long way to go, because I get fidgety talking about it. I'm like, dang, it must
Well,
really
you
be.
either do it now or you do it when you're 60.
You're doing you 60.
It's up to you. When
Yeah.
it's already like in a way, when you're already that old, I'm not saying it's too late, but
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
it's the time wasted. And
Yeah.
it's just things
Absolutely.
wasted and things gone out the window when you wait until then. That's what I'm trying to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to wait until I'm 60. Like, I want to deal with it now, and it can save you the trouble later. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So,
You don't know what it's gonna help you from.
flip the interview. Now you the interviewer. What's going on here? Look, this is my show now. Look, you gonna close out. Look, all right. This is Let's Just Talk Fitness with Giselle. Look, what the heck? Look. Today we had on Trey. Oh, wait, hold on. What show? This is my show. Trey was the guest there. Like, what the heck? But again, it does it. All right, look, we got that. But G, thank you so much for coming on again. This was amazing. phenomenal. You know, I tried to stay on the time. I try to keep it an hour, and I'm glad I did this time. But the questions and the responses you had were so sufficient, efficient. You know, they were so efficient and sufficient to the point to where I hope all of you listeners and viewers who stayed unto this end truly got from it what it was that me or Giselle was sharing with you. And again, thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe. Again, comment below. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we mentioned comments earlier, and comments mean a lot. You know, Giselle just spoke about that, and she showcases it. Look on her profile, look at her content, and you'll see the engagement. We truly do find value in it, and there is value, like you said, Giselle. I also want to make sure I give you time. So before I end it too, is there any questions you have for me or anything you want to say?
Well, no, not really. I mean, other than, just don't, like, for people listening, like, just don't be scared to pose.
Yeah.
Just do it, don't even think about it. Because the more you think about it, the more you're not going to do it.
Yep.
The more you think about it, the more you're going to psych yourself out and not do it. So just don't, it's like, sometimes you just have to, like, be spontaneous and just do it. Like, for me, when I started posting, there was no set date or, like, whatever. I just was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do it, and then I did it, and it just goes from there. But it's really not, it's not too bad, but again, you do have to, like, obviously have that confidence and just have that self-respect for yourself in order to, I guess, be successful with it,
Yeah.
To be successful with it. So yeah.
Love it. Don't even think, just do it. I love it. That sounds like Nike. Just do it.
Yeah.
That's truly. And again, I thank you so much, Giselle, for your time. Thank you so much for your perspective. Can you also let everybody know where they can find you on social media?
Yeah, so you can find me Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Giselle Training. And then and then Facebook is Giselle Calderon, my first last name. And then I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
All right. So y'all heard it from Giselle herself. Guys, thank you so much again for watching. You already know we're coming back again with another series next Sunday, and that's going to be fitness and dating. So you don't want to miss that. This is going to get pretty juicy. And we may strike some chords here, but again, thank y'all so much. Like, subscribe to the channel. I have all her social media and details in the description below. And until next time, peace.